Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be taking you guys on joint venture account. What is joint venture? Joint venture is a business activity that is carried out between two or more persons or firms for a specific period with a view of making immediate profit. Characteristics of joint venture: 1. Business activity is for short period. 2. It sets up for immediate profit. 3. It is for a specific venture or business. 4. It involves two or more persons. Another form of business that is similar to joint venture account is partnership business because they both involve two or more people. They share profit and losses according to agreement or equally. Their aim is profit making. So many students are sometimes confused with the two. Here are the differences between joint venture and partnership. Joint venture aim at immediate profit while partnership aim at long-term profit. Joint venture no limitation to membership while partnership there is limitation to membership. In joint venture, individual maintain account with partners. In partnership, partners maintain one account. In joint venture, partners maintain their individual businesses. In partnership, businesses become one. Each individual in a joint venture account is known as a venturer. Each venturer opens an account which is titled joint venture account with the other venturer's name. The joint venture accounts are treated as ordinary personal accounts. It includes the name of the other party to the transaction. For example, A and B are in joint venture transaction. The necessary accounts are in the book of A, joint venture with B. All payments and expenses are to be debited and all receipts like sales are to be credited. When the transactions have been completed, a memorandum joint venture account will have to be prepared in order to ascertain the profit and loss, which means that the purpose of the memorandum joint venture account is to ascertain the profit and loss and to share it between the two partners or between the partners. The profit is later debited to individual joint venture account. The balance of the joint venture account will be equal to each other. Let's take an illustration for better understanding of the topic. The illustration. The question says Kayode and Ola entered into joint venture on the 1st of June 1999 to purchase a supply of imported goods 4,000 naira. Kayode contributed 2,750 naira of this and Ola supplied the balance. On the 15th of June 1999, Kayode paid import duty of 250 and on 6th of July, warehouse charge of 200. He made the following cash sales: on the 26th, 1,850, on the 30th, 700. On 15 July, the venture was completed and Kayode took the balance of 350 worth of goods into his business. On the 16th of June, Ola paid carriage 70 naira, insurance 30 naira. His cash sales were 2,100 naira. Profit has to be shared in the proportion 2/3 to Kayode and 1/3 to Ola. You are required to prepare a joint venture account in the books of the venturers, a joint memorandum account. To solve this illustration, we have to open an account or accounts like this in the books of Kayode because the two parties involved or the two venturers in this business are Kayode and Ola, so we have to open separate accounts for each of them. In the book of Kayode, joint venture with Ola. In the book of Ola, joint venture with Kayode, and joint memorandum account. All income is to be recorded in the credit side and all expenses at the debit side. This account is to show each and every transaction made by Kayode. The second one is to show every transaction or income and expenses made by Ola. This account is done to determine the profit or loss of the business. So let's review the question. Kayode contributed to 750 of this. So part of this 4,000 naira, Kayode contributed 207 2,750 naira. So we are going to record it because it's an expense. He's paying out money for a certain good. So he's making an expense. So on what date? 1st of June. On 1st of June, he made purchases worth how much? 2,750. The next thing is Ola supply the balance, which is 4,000 minus 2,750 naira. So 4,000 minus this will give us 1,250 naira. So on the same date, we have purchases 1,250. We will go to our memorandum account and record it. First 6 Jesus. Back to our question. We are done with this part. On 15 June 1999, Kayode paid import duty of 250 and on 6th of July, warehouse charge of 200. We'll first record it because import duty is an expense and it was made by Kayode. So we record it under the books of Kayode on when 15 June, import duty of how much? 250 naira. And he also made a warehouse charge of 200 naira on the 6th of June, of July, sorry. On the 6th of July, he made an expense warehouse charge of 200 naira. He made the following cash sales. Sales is an income. When you make a sale, you get money. When you sell, you get paid. So on the 26th of July, he made sales worth 1,850. So we're going to record it on 26th. Sales worth 1,850. And also on 30th, he made another sale of 700 naira. 30th sales 700. On 15 July, the venture was completed and Kayode took the balance of 350 naira worth of good into his own business. So this is on when 15th of July, goods were taken over. How much? 350, sorry. On 16 June, Ola paid carriage 70 naira. So we are now in Ola's books. We are going to record it in Ola's books. Ola made an expense. Ola incurred an expense of 70 naira carriage. So on 16th June, carriage of 70 naira and insurance of 30 naira. The same 16 insurance he made a cash sales of 2,100. He made a cash sales 2,100. That was the same 16. In our joint memorandum account, we are to carry all transactions made by each venturer and put them together in the memorandum account. So our sales 1850, the second sales 700, sorry, the third sales 21. Goods taken over. You have to specify because this account is joined together. 350. Import duty 250. On 16th carriage, 16th carriage, you have to record it according to the date it happened. Then on 16th again, we had insurance. How much? 30 naira. Don't forget our warehouse charge. It happened on the 6th of July. Of how much? 200 naira. Next thing to be done is to find our profit or loss. So the only way to find it is to add up the credit side and the debit side and find the difference. Plus 700 plus 2,100 plus 350 naira. Balance is 5,000 naira. Now it's the debit side. 70 plus 30 plus 200, 4,550. So definitely the credit side is greater than the debit side. So this is where our profit and loss should be located at. And don't forget, our question said that profit has to be shared in the proportion 2/3 to Kayode and 1/3 to Ola. So we have to find the difference between this 5,000 and 4,550. So 5,000 minus 45, that is 450. So Kayode, we have 2/3 of 450, and Ola, we have 1/3 of 450. So 450 times 2 over 3, that is 300. 450 times 1 over 3, that is 150. So everything all together is 5,000. So we are going to carry over these profits to their various accounts. So Coyote had a profit of 300. We're going to record it as profit and loss account of how much? 300. And in the book of Ola, we're going to record it as profit and loss account of 150. We are going to balance the two accounts. First, we'll start with Coyote's 1,850 plus 700 plus 350. We got a total of 2,900. We write it somewhere so we will not forget it. Then the debit side plus 250 plus 200 plus 300, 3,500. So the debit side is greater than the credit side. So we write our balance 500. Remember our 29 we got from the credit side. We have to find the difference. So 35 minus 29 got 600, which means that this 600 is the balance we are to get from Ola, which means Ola is owing Coyote 600 naira. We are in the second account, which is Ola's books, and we have to find the difference. So 1,250 plus 70 plus 30 150, that's 15. Definitely the credit side is higher than the debit side, so we have to find the difference between the credit side and the debit side. So 21 minus 15, 600, the same 600 we got here, so which means that we are correct. This is the balance Ola is to pay Coyote. $600. If you don't get the same bank balance, it means that your calculations are wrong. You have to start again, or you find where you made a mistake. So the bank balance has to tally, because this is the balance due from Ola, is the balance Coyote is expecting from Ola, and this is the balance Ola has to give Coyote after the whole joint business is done. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and the next video I'll have to solve a joint venture account involving 3 venturers.